Hey, what's up, guys? Max Chadwick alongside Dalton and Wasserman here with our final 3-round mock draft in the AFC South with the AFC South champions for the second straight year, the Houston Texans. We're doing them in this 3-round mock draft using the PFF Mock Draft Simulator that you can find at PFF.com to draft for your favorite team, the Texans, or all 32 NFL teams. You can do 1 round or a full 7 rounds if you want to do it in that mock draft simulator. You can trade players and trade picks as well. We will not be doing it in this mock draft, but it is available for you at PFF.com. All right, Texans picking number 19 overall currently in this mock draft. So you can get at number 19 overall for the Houston Texans here, Dawn. I kind of want to build up that offensive line a little bit, but D tackle's also an option there. I believe Kenneth Grant is still available. Looks like he would be. That's an option too for Houston, but I don't know. Where does your mind go here? I'm kind of thinking about the offensive line a little bit.
Yeah, the offensive line, you have an interesting theory here because you do need interior help. But they have shown late in the season, and I don't remember if they're going to go to it in their playoff game, is they can move Titus Howard, who has played right tackle a lot this season. They've moved him over inside to guard, and they have, I think it's Blake Fisher playing right tackle lately. So if they feel like, now that's the question, do they feel like Blake Fisher's the long-term option? Do they feel like another right tackle could be in play? I don't think the tackles are off the board here. Like when you talk about Wyatt Milam and Cameron Williams, those are options, and again, this is a situation for the Texans where with C.J. Stroud, he's a true pocket quarterback, obviously can improvise a little, but he wants to operate from the pocket, right? Kind of like Joe Burrow does. I need premium pass protection. I need my 5 best guys out there. I know Laramie Tunsil's one of them. Howard might be another one. Wherever he is Blake Fisher one of those guys? And then the interior we might still be fixing later in this draft with another guard or something like that. So I think depends how we want to structure it. Your other option is, you mentioned Kenneth Grant. I think him and Tyleik Williams stick out to me. The run defense situation with these D tackles, I think it's the second worst in football right now, if I remember right.
All 4 of their D tackles this year had sub 60 PFF grades. All 4. Yeah. It is rough.
And
it's D tackle.
It's worse in run defense.
I mean,
you're talking the guys.
Sub 55 in run defense.
This is where I think we could find some interior options at 51 or 83. I think I would go with. Maybe I'm going to add a third guy in, but we've taken him in some other drafts, and Walter Nolan too. But I think a Kenneth Grant or a Tyleik Williams would improve them the most at this point, and we'll work on interior. And again, with Titus Howard and Blake Fisher and all that, we can shuffle guys around and figure it out.
And they're going to be interior offensive linemen available at 51 and 83. I don't know if you get a premier defensive tackle prospect here at 51 or 83.
Not like these two. These are brick walls.
Or even Deion Walker. I mean, Deion Walker in this mock draft simulator might be available for us, but like in the real draft, he probably won't be available at 51 or 83. So.
Right, but even then, I don't know that that's the best fit. I need run stoppers. It's the run defense that just kills me with these inside guys.
Yeah.
And even if you wanted to take a different interior pass rusher later, I don't know, Aeneas Peoples or Derek Harmon or something like that, fine, double up. I don't care. They need a whole crew on the inside. We know Anderson and Hunter are great on the edge, but the middle of both sides of the ball for this team are a mess. I think it's Grant or it's Tyleik.
I think we should go Kenneth Grant. I'm going to be a lot higher on Kenneth Grant than I will be on Tyleik Williams, I believe. So I think he brings more as a pass rusher than Tyleik Williams does, while also being a terrific run defender.
He's a big freak of nature.
Yeah. I was looking at their D tackle grades this year. It is rough.
I will forever think about the play where he ran down Katron Allen last year against Penn State.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah, you can see right there, 86.3 run defense grade. I mean, he was really good as a pass rusher last year. Had a good year this year for them. Yeah, I think Kenneth Grant's the guy that I would be willing to take here for Houston. All right, go Kenneth Grant there. See, we got at 51 overall. What's the offensive line?
Scroll down a little bit if we got some interior linemen maybe.
Or any like tackles that we think could play on the interior.
Got some funny options. Receiver. Is receiver maybe an underrated problem
with Tank Dell?
With Dell's injury and Diggs' injury, and I think Diggs is essentially out.
I'll tell you what, if we didn't take Kenneth Grant, Alfred Collins would have been a perfect pick at number 51.
Also true. I mean, this is always a thought when you have to think about, okay, who could be my options with the next pick?
Jonas Vainea stands out to me.
For a moment there, Eli highlighted Tyler Booker, too.
Oh, he's still available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that, too. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. I think receiver is more on the table than we might think because of Dell's injury, which was a bad one, and because I don't think Diggs is going to be there next year unless he stays on a real cheap contract, and he's off an ACL also. So you have a couple options, but I think Tyler Booker, I might be leaning in on that. You might be right.
Yeah, Booker or even Savaiinea, putting him in at guard, because I think he probably would be better as a guard. But I like Booker. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah, without having to switch him. I mean, and Booker is another. We're just for the Texans. We're just going to take the biggest people we can possibly find and just put them. We have between Kenneth Grant and Tyler Booker.
When your interior is bad on both sides, it's not a bad strategy.
We're already through 2 picks. We're already at darn near 700 pounds.
Yeah.
So, I think I'd go Booker. Yeah. I think that's just the emphasis for me is the meat and potatoes of this team has to get better. They're not good enough on the interior to compete with. You got to think about in the AFC, we got to block Chris Jones.
Yep.
We got to block, some freaks on the inside. When you talk about the Ravens with Matabike and the Chargers and what they're building and some of these other teams, and Pittsburgh as always, with Cam Hayward and the guys on the inside there. I'm in on it with Tyler Booker.
All right, let's do that. So Tyler Booker, and then finally here, Eli kind of highlighted Tate Ratledge. I don't know if we want to double up on guard, but
I don't think we can double up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look at who else is available here. Makuba could be fun in that defense.
Maybe. I don't know if there's any fun receivers.
Well, Cam Scatterbo.
Well, I could always take Cam Scatterbo.
I mean, listen.
I find it odd. For some reason in these simulations, he's 47 on the board, but he keeps dropping like that.
It might be a positional value thing.
Yeah, it could be a running back.
I mean, listen, Joe Mixon's 28. I don't know if he's like the long-term answer. I don't know. What did he sound like a 3-year deal in Houston, right? I kind of like Cam Scatterbo here, rounding it out.
Scatterbo, maybe. I wonder if he would drop this far after what he's done.
I think it's totally reasonable.
And I'm thinking about other needs as well. Receiver would be one for me. I don't know if a Torrey Horton would make sense. I saw that as the top guy there.
I think I'll take Scatterbo for Horton. Like, Scatterbo's 88 on the consensus board right now. He could totally move up, but this is reasonable for him to be available here.
That's true.
I think I would go Scatterbo, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. We got our guard. We got our D tackle. We can get another horse, because the only other weird thing is what in the world we're doing with Dameon Pierce, but it appears they just don't want to use him. I mean, he was great this past weekend against they had the backups in, but really, so I guess there's really not a whole lot of a plan behind Joe Mixon right now.
Good pass catcher for C.J. Stroud in the backfield too.
Yeah, I could roll with it. I could see it. Scatterbo, if he's available here at 83, I mean, he's just a good football player, isn't he? I mean, you talk about breaking tackles. Oof.
Yeah.
I
think DeMeco Ryans will love him in that locker room too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. All right, Cam Scatterbo.
Talking to the camera and doing all that.
Yeah.
It's just
hell yeah. All right, Cam Scatterbo to the Houston Texans. Just a recap, we got Kenneth Grant, the D tackle from Michigan, going in the first round. Tyler Booker, the guard from Alabama, in the second round. Cam Scatterbo in the third round to the Houston Texans. A very attitude-heavy mock draft. We're just trying to build in the trenches and just get more gritty in Houston.
If there's anything they need to do in Houston, it's get more physical, and those are 3 guys who are about as physical as it gets.
Yep. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this Texans mock draft. We're done with the AFC South now, but we've got more division mock drafts coming out very soon. Subscribe to the channel for more mock drafts that are coming out on this channel in the future weeks.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. And if you don't have a PFF Plus subscription, you can get one to see all the premium stats that we talked about here on the show, plus the expert betting and fantasy advice over at subscribe.pff.com. The description is also right below, so if you are not a PFF Plus subscriber, you can become one today.